Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID, so please reach out to us and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you. So in Datadog, we call it monitor. Okay, different tools, different terminologies. For example, in Dynatrace, we call it a problem. So here we call it more or less monitor. So how can we access it? So there is one dedicated tab for it. You can see that, and there you can see that manage monitor, where you can have all the monitors which you have created so far. Triggered monitors, the monitor alert which has a beyond the threshold. So you'll see that you can create a new monitor. Manage downtime means during the upgrade process or patching process, you think that server will be unavailable, and at that time you don't want the Datadog to send an email to team, so you can declare manage downtime. During that, it will not create a monitor, I mean alerts. So see here, earlier it was, I just said no, older. Look at this older UI. You had incident and SLOs stuff under the monitoring itself. But now they migrated to service management, which is here, and events they merge into the service. They merge multiple things into service management. So this is the monitoring. Manage monitoring, new monitoring, manage downtime. Some of the settings are available here. Okay, so if you want to create it, now these all monitoring which you see, I did not created it. I created this all got created using synthetic or rum, and this one I created using API. Okay, so like that. So what are the types of monitoring we have uh, in Datadog? So I think you can check it out: host, metric, anomaly, outlier, forecast, integration, live processes, process check, network, custom check, events, logs, APM, rum, and many more. So let's discuss one by one. When you go for the host type, let me show you how you will get it. This UI. You click on the new monitor, and this is the options. You see that. Okay. So when you click on the host, okay, let's run through this one only. So it'll be easy. So here you see one type is host. So what exactly you can do through host? So host is one of the kind of monitoring. Using that, you can monitor your agent itself. If agent is reporting data or not, and if not, then send an email. Simple. Check if one or more hosts are reporting to Datadog. So if your Datadog is agent is not working, you can set it up. Every Datadog agent collection reports a heartbeat status check. A host monitor can notify on the status of this heartbeat across one or more hosts, which will give you a good indication whether your hosts are responsive. Now, next type of monitoring which you have is metric type. Now, metric type is very wide. Remember that we have spent a lot of time to collect the metrics. Now, this metrics, if you are not able to recall this, so let me go to the Explorer, and here you'll see all the metrics. So here by default they give you all the metrics for the matrices, and you see that here depends on searches, thousands and thousands of metrics you'll have it here. Okay, so you have all the metrics. Now here all the logs you can also explore it here. Okay, the one which I taught you, APM also you can do that, RAM also you can do that, events also, process also, and synthetic also you can do that. So all the matrices which is stored, all the data, I would say data, matrix, trace, logs, these are the three types of data which is stored, you stored through the multiple demo and Datadog. You can explore it here. So this is the matrix which I'm talking about, only on matrix. So here you can create, you can create, you can create alerts based on the metric. What will happen? You select the metric and then you decide the threshold. For example, CPU is a metric, and define the threshold. If it is more than 70%, then drop an email. Simple. So here compare values of matrix with the user defined threshold and then get the alerts. Metrics, metric monitor are useful for continuous stream of data. Metrics collected via the Datadog agent or API can be alerted upon if they cross a threshold over a given period of time. Are you understanding, all of you? Any metrics you can use that for that. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, third one is anomaly. Now, anomaly, this metric, this monitor is designed and maintained by Datadog. So they have some algorithm for anomaly detection because Datadog has all sort of data which you have given it to him. So they will detect if some anomalies are there or not. So anomalies means something which was not happened, which is not happening on regular basis. Okay, so detect anomalies behavior for metric based on historical data, remember that. So anomaly monitor detects when a metric is behaving differently than it has in the past, taking into account trends and seasonal day of the week and day of the time patterns. Okay, so that is something which we do that. uh, that is something we do that. So that's an anomaly. Now this you have to give that a range for which you want to create alert, week, month or something, and Datadog automatically will tell you if there is an anomaly or not, and based on that we'll get an alert. Now you can create alert based on the APM metrics also. So guys, can you please tell me some of the APM metrics which we have discussed in the past in the APM session? Can you please tell me, all of you, some of the APM metrics which you think you have understood or gone through?
Some error rate.
Means you mean the log one?
APM, okay, I'll remind you. APM means
Yes, synthetic.
no, no, synthetic is different. Please do not get confused with it. APM is application performance management. No, we spend almost one day, I guess, for this. AppDex score is one APM, right? Percentile,
Yeah, error rate also.
error rate also, throughput also, you know. So
Yeah.
please remember that. Don't get confused with that, all this APM synthetic. So trace, you can get it three ways: APM and synthetic and RAM. So here I'm talking about the APM. So yes, you can do create alerts based on the APM data also, and you can set that user defined threshold on top of it. Let's say your error rate is current error rate is one error per minute, for example, and you are setting, hey, if I get the one error per minute, send me alert, like that you can do that. Okay, so you can send alerts based on the audit trails also, audit events, the events which I talked about it. So here that is also you can do that. You can also set an alerts based on the CI failures and duration. CI is a part of automated testing. Okay, so automated testing, if it is failed, do you know this one's JUnit, Selenium, and all this thing, uh, load runner, JMeter, all this thing. So you can, you using the CI option, you can publish the data to Datadog all the test results. So that based on that also you can create alerts. This so automated testing process. This is very interesting. So here you can create alerts based on the composite information also. Composite means not only the based on the one alert, but based on the two alerts. So let's say you created two alerts, alert A, alert B, and if you are setting a condition, if alert A and B both are triggered, then send me an alert, or alert A or alert B triggered it out, then send me an alert. So here composite monitor allow you to combine the results of multiple monitoring into the single result and then send alerts. Are you understanding, all of you?
Means though two alerts can be clubbed together if we want both. If it is one is high and one is low, then only send the alert.
Not high
Something else.
and low. Triggered. There's a two alerts for that. You created alert using the host, metric, anomaly, APM and all, and
Mhm.
based on that, there is a two alert you have it. And here you are setting in the condition, if both alert is triggered, then send an email. If one of these both has triggered, then send an alert. Simple. Look at the image. A alert, B alert. Process through Datadog. If both has triggered A and B, then send an alert. If A or B has triggered, then send an alert. It's a combining the multiple alerts together here. Are
Mhm.
you understanding? Hello.
So A and B also alert only, right?
A and B alerts also alert.
So we are clubbing. Can you give some example here?
So if you hear me out, it's very simple. A and B alert. Here using composite alert you are setting, if both are triggered, then send me alert, or if one of these two had triggered, then send me alert. It's like condition. Triggered. A is triggered or not, B is triggered or not. So if both has triggered, A and B, then send alert. If one of these A or B has triggered, then send alert.
I mean, if it needs to trigger in the sense
Not
there is a
needs to.
certain.
Not
Hmm.
needs to. Here in composite, if it is triggered,
So
triggered,
here
ED.
everything is triggering only, right? A
No,
also,
no, no.
B also.
It will not trigger until there is a threshold locked. No, so it will trigger.
Yeah.
A is triggered, only threshold is gone. B is triggered only beyond the threshold. But here, what you want? You want one more alert. In what case? In both this relationship. If A, you here look, you are seeing my cursor, right? All of you.
Yeah, yeah. And
So this alert you are setting up in a composite alert. Hey, send me email. One email. See, one email will be sent for A for sure. One email will be sent for B for sure. But what you are saying is, send me an email, one extra email, if A and B both are triggered. Or if A or B is triggered, then send me an email, alert, email. Understood?
yeah,
Okay. Actually, if A and B triggered in the sense there is a some threshold value reaches, then only it should be triggered, right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Error tracking. So here you have error tracking at many places. You have seen that error rate, and in the logs also you have seen that. So here, identify the most important issues in your applications. Okay. Error tracking monitors follow issues over time to alert when an issue starts, when it has the high impact, and when it is regressing. You can also create alerts on the events data, which you just tried it out. So Datadog gather events across your entire infrastructure. You know that. So event monitor alerts if a certain type of event exceeded a user defined threshold, then it can be used. Common use cases for event monitoring include code exception errors or build job notifications. Now, forecast. Forecast alert is also governed by uh, governed by Datadog. So they have a multiple algorithm for it. They have multiple algorithm, and they use those algorithm for that. So here, forecast alert will, based on the historical data which you give it, 1 month, 1 year, whatever it is, they will publish a forecast, and that forecast, that will be sent as a alerts. Okay, so that way you will have some idea. For example, CPU uses, you see that CPU is consistently growing, or memory uses, and then you have created a forecast alert. Hey, notify me if it is close to 80% average utilization, something like that. So that way you will have a forecast by next month it will become a 90%, which is not good actually. So that way you can create a forecast alert. So multiple algorithm has been used for forecasting, and these you can check some algorithm. You don't need to go into the algorithm side, but I wanted to keep in your mind. So like there is algorithm. These are the algorithm. Okay, so DB scan, mad, and sealed. These are the algorithm for that. So here, forecast monitor can be used to predict how a metric will behave in the future by above alerting before a threshold is breached. You can be sure you have a necessary time to address the underlying issues. Now, integration alerts. This is very simple. You have spent some time on the integration, like Apache, Docker, this, that, and all. So if you think that integration is not sending a data, so you can create alerts based on that. Let's say simple use cases. If Apache integration is not working, not sending a data, send me an alert for it. So this is simple. Simple health check on an integration service will indicate whether that service is running and no. Or you can create based on the live processes also, and how to enable the live processes, you know that. You can create alert based on the logs. For example, some errors you are getting, which is less than more than 2 or 3, then send an alert. So like that. Here, network, you can send alerts based on the network monitoring. Outlier also governed by some algorithm, DV scan, mad, and all. So outlier, and you know alert on members of group behaving differently than others. So what does that mean? So for example, you have a 20 instance. Okay, out of 20 instance, 19 are working fine, but one is not working fine. So how do you know? So you can use this alert type outlier to find out that unique machine which is not behaving properly, and that may be causing an issues for some of the errors in APM and all. Okay, so outlier here, process check. Here RAM, you can create alert based on the real user monitoring. So one of the metrics, can you please tell me what is the data endpoint for RAM, all of you, which you have used yesterday? Can you please tell me?
Application URL.
Sessions. Remember the number of sessions, correct now?
Okay.
Yeah. So that is you can use for this. Okay, you can use the service check also for how many service you are running. SLO, Watchdog. Watchdog basically is one application given by Datadog. Here it is. And Watchdog will help you to get you the information which Datadog feels, mind it, Datadog feels this is little bit something need to be, you know, odd, odd data, odd matrices, odd events, and that you need to look at it. So right now we do not detect any Watchdog. This is governed here. You cannot do anything. This you are feeding the data to Datadog. Datadog will analyze your data, and if they detect something unusual stuff in your data, some unusual stuff based on the historical information, and then based on their security measurement, then they will publish it here. So once they publish it here, you can take up action. So based on that, if you want alert, you can do that. So yeah, so these are the options which you have for for alerts. These are the types of alerts which you can have it. Any questions so far, all of you?
Rajesh, can you explain once again outlier?
Huh. So outlier, if you set the outlier, so for outlier you have to set a group of machines. Let's say 20 machines of EC2 instance, let's say VM. So if
Hmm.
you give the data, okay, 20 machine, you will give the data, and then you will say, okay, what parameter you want to measure. So you can give some CPU or some host, RAM, multiple parameters you can give it. So now Datadog will keep monitoring all these 20 machines and for that particular matrix. And if they detect some one machine is behaving a little different than others, then here you get an alerts. Okay, so
So mostly all the machine will be having same infrastructure, same configuration.
yeah, same configuration. So it can be a part of web server or app server or something like that. So outlier monitor detect when member of group, it's a group, you have to give the multiple. It can be host or it can be availability zone, are behaving unusually compared to the rest. So then you'll get alert for that.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.